Alright, so we got Dolores Cannon. Quantum Hypnotist. The titles these people give themselves are like bizarre fucking Final Fantasy third jobs. You know what I mean? They're like the most out there, just like crazy fucking bullshit. And I love it. I'm so here for it. Quantum Hypnotist, and author of a series of groundbreaking metaphysical books, was the first person to discover the three waves of volunteers that have been supporting the ascension of mankind since the end of World War II. This is basically the Final Fantasy house, but on a global scale. Before her death in 2014, she introduced the concept that another group of approximately 10,000 souls, whom she named the Keepers of the Grid, who also volunteered to help rebuild the collapsing energy grid around the planet. Was that a full sentence? Okay. These beings are not consciously aware of their mission, often embarking on their upon their work during the night whilst asleep. So there's 10,000 people around the world who sleepwalk to their nearest twin flame and have orgasmic nirvana sex to maintain the planetary crystalline grid. The planetary crystalline grid is an aspect of the new 5D consciousness matrix. It receives divine source ascension energies from the center of the galaxy and then disperses the light around the Earth in a perfectly balanced way. Each one of us is also a co-creator of this higher dimensional crystal matrix of diamond light energy. What the fuck are you saying? What are you saying? What do these words mean? What does it mean? The advanced system of communication and energy transfer is affected by us. As more people connect to it, the more powerful it becomes, meaning its potential is infinite. It's not. That's what the 144,000 represents. It's not only a master code for ascension, but also a tipping point. Wherever you are, you're able to link up to the grid and download ascension light and codes of awakening, and to ground them into your location and body, and to flow them out through the human heart grid and the collective consciousness. Oh my god, they really like run on sentences. We have reached time to clarify and embody the concept of unification in order to synchronize our heart, mind, intent into one giant network of divine intent. It has never been more important that we recognize all we are on the same mission so we can work towards a conscious transformation of our individual efforts into one collective and very influential energy matrix. Guys, I don't know if I can keep doing this. What do these people, what? I don't understand. I'm like one of the most prepared people on the planet to understand what all of these words mean, but I don't understand what these words mean. I'm like, oh. It hurts me. On a deep level, it hurts me. Alright. By synchronizing with the grid, we're able to receive and exchange information to accelerate our evolution as a species. By offering our services with the clarified unit of... we support this global network of light and assist with the creation of an intergalactic bridge. As we become human portals... We got portals, we just need essential oils, and we're fucking done. Or divine feminine. As we work to become human portals exchanging divine love with our tribe and geographic location, we build up our own networks of light on this grid matrix so it can expand into broader areas of planetary unification. This will impact all parts of the world and will ripple into the hearts of the masses, inspiring greater levels of conscious awareness. Okay. Alright, sure. The aim is to amplify the power of light on Earth so much that a global shift in frequency will eradicate conflict and destruction. This powerful veil of light is capable of healing and transforming the entire population of the planet. The grid connects the crystals, major portals, vortexes, and dimensional doorways that connect our planet to cosmic forces and other dimensional worlds. It's fucking crystals again. Fuck, we got holograms. It's rooted in the holographic matrix. Alright, cool. This grid of diamond light is a higher dimensional structure that has always been here for our use since the time of Atlantis. We got fucking Atlantis. Jesus Christ. A platform for the energy of the new Earth, connects the higher consciousness of the humans globally, acts as a transitory bridge assisting the human shift. A multi-dimensional telecommunications system and cosmic internet. Oh, boys, are you connected? Do you have Google Cosmic Fiber yet? Is it here in your town yet? You might need to raise your vibration. It is essential that we consciously connect into the grid so we will be able to transmit higher light frequencies. This will enable us to discover our highest human potential. Remember, by that reuniting as a collective force, we will accelerate the mass awakening of consciousness and guide more souls across the bridge. Okay. Alright. So, okay. Oh, God. Mount Shasta. Something about the pyramids. There we go. Uluru. Stonehenge, of course. As the human portals and radiators of this energy, we can direct energy from the grid to certain people, places, and events. Like a battery, it will also recharge us with plenty of energy so we can fulfill our missions. The grid is a storehouse of the entire knowledge of the planet and holds the template for the new Earth energetics. In this new consciousness matrix, we have access to all knowledge and to unlimited energy. We open up to our highest divine human potential. If we connect to the grid daily and use this as our bridge to the new Earth reality, it will impact on the awakening of humanity. Alright, so you can use the grid to send love and healing, instantly connect with others, assist with planetary transformation, access latent coding, access the light language, develop your telepathic skills. Drunken Zeppelin, I can 100% confirm that this gets people laid. Reconnect unity consciousness. Develop skills in expanded consciousness. Communicate with other dimensional light intelligence.
Hey, I'm Jack. I'm Dr.
Oh, Jesus Christ, stop yelling. Alright, so let's watch. Let's learn how to make the masculine twin flame fall deeply in love with you, shall we?
I know it's twin flame, and today I'm going to be talking about 7 things that makes the masculine fall deeply in love with you. Now today, when I refer to the masculine or the feminine or men or woman, I'm actually just talking about energy today. We have both the masculine and the feminine energies within each and every one of us. So the number one...
yes, essentially yes.
One thing that makes the masculine fall deeply in love with you is true connection. There needs to be that trust. There needs to be that intimacy. He needs to feel safe to be vulnerable with you. Now, that's not just on him. It's also important that you be vulnerable with him as well. Vulnerability works as a mirror reflection. For example, when I'm vulnerable with another, they're able to be vulnerable.
Is that when Amanda beats
and
you?
Vulnerability is not...
Are you vulnerable when Amanda beats you and locks you in the basement? There's lore. I'm not throwing accusations. There's
Brené
lore.
Brown talks about how vulnerability and courage are one and the same thing. They're not two sides of the spectrum. They actually are intertwined together. So this takes courage for the both of you, yet it creates tremendous trust. Most women don't realize that the masculine actually needs just as much of a safe space so that he can feel safe enough.
Safe space! This is... I just want to make one thing clear. My Twitch channel is not a safe space. If you're a fucking weirdo, I'm gonna bully you. I'm sorry.
Have to be vulnerable because, well, really, the masculine also has a feminine side too. So a quick tip is to hold space for him, which basically means just sitting there in silence and listening to him, allowing that space for him to open up and be vulnerable. And in the moments that he is vulnerable with you, just listen and don't judge him, don't make any comments if you don't have to. This may feel a little bit uncomfortable at first because many of us were not raised by dads who were vulnerable with us. So if you feel uncomfortable, just notice those sensations in your body.
If you're a woman and your boyfriend is talking to you, just shut the fuck up. Just don't say anything. Thank you, Jack. Glad you're here to tell us that.
Keep listening to him. If you do this, if you hold that safe space for him, then he will be much more likely to continue to open up and be vulnerable. Number 2.
Oh, no, he's not reaching. Amanda wrote this whole script for him, and he's just parodying it.
Evoke his masculine energy. Call out his masculinity. You can do this by simply saying, I love your strength. You're so masculine. You're my rock. Feel so protected by you.
Oh my god, chat.
I feel so
You're
safe.
so masculine. I feel so safe with you.
Encouraging his
oh my god.
Energy, then that actually calls
that
out more in him.
Does that do it for you, chat? Is your masculinity evoked?
Always loves to rise to the occasion. Now, quick story, when I was first dating Amanda about 8 years ago,
I was really uncomfortable when she locked me in her basement and started beating me whenever I spoke out of turn on camera. But then I learned that I was just supposed to say my lines and crawl back into my basement cage. And now everything's great.
She got the intuition to ask me to
do butt stuff. She pegs me.
This is a little bit vulnerable, but to give her 11 orgasms before we went into intercourse.
What the fuck did you just say? I'm sorry. What did you just say to me?
Now, quick story, when I was first dating Amanda about 8 years ago, she got the intuition to ask me to give her, this is a little bit vulnerable, but to give her 11 orgasms before we went into intercourse. And that really allowed her to feel safe in her feminine, and it allowed me to rise to the occasion in my masculine energy, and for me to be the one putting in the work. This also...
What? I honestly don't know what to say to that. Men, I believe this chat is all heterosexual males right now. What do you say to a woman who says, yeah, you have to give me 11 oral orgasms before I let you smash? What do you say to that? What? Like, what? How does that even work? What the fuck?
Allowed us to build that trust over time without jumping into things too quickly. So men actually love to be in their masculine energy. So if you are able to call out
Bitch, are you paying for my dental?
Then he will feel energized by his own masculinity
you're gonna break some
running
teeth
through his veins. This includes really simple...
Why did the lighting change? Why did the lighting change? Why? These two were shot at different times of day.
By his own masculinity running through his veins. This includes really simple things like carrying your groceries or opening. He will fall in love with you. Number 3.
Oh my god, why did the lighting change? Okay, look. We go from warm orange light to cool blue light to really fucking bright light. Also, look at this fucking face.
Will really stand out from the crowd and he will fall in love with you. Number 3.
You know what this tells me? This tells me that Jack was in this chair for like 6 fucking hours, just doing take after take until he got it right, to where Amanda said, fine, now you can go back to your basement.